So as we get closer and closer to the 23rd of this month, we are going to be able to see what is up with the battle for Brooklyn. We're going back to literally where we started from the Division 1. If you noticed, the scene that this agent is walking towards is the same area where, if you didn't play Division 1, was the area you created your character. Such an iconic scene looking into that window reflection. But the purpose of this video comes from a little glimmer of hope. Recently, this past weekend, a group of content creators got invited to the headquarters of Massive Entertainment, the birthplace of the Division in the Division 2, Assassin's Creed, all the games that they make. They got a studio tour and it must have been a dream come true, honestly. That being said, it seems like there's something going on in the water when it comes to the Division 2. Now, I know you aren't hopeful for the future based on what's been happening over the past couple years, the uncertainty, the subsidiary with Tencent, all of this stuff that's happening. The Division 2, I'm not going to say is going strong, but they're still here, 6 years and counting. But I'm really interested in seeing what everyone has to say about the trip, what the developers told them, what's coming in the future, and a special report that's going to come on the 23rd, which is next week actually. I don't have my hopes completely up, but I also wanted to make this video to help you get into the battle for Brooklyn, no matter what the content is. When I played the first master level difficulty mission, I did not know what to expect in terms of difficulty. What build should I bring in? So I just ended up using one of 3 builds that I'm going to show you today. And none of these builds require you to run a raid. They're not hard to attain or easy to build, and they're going to allow you to get through whatever content with ease, especially Master, since Legendary is actually more difficult when it comes to the damage that the enemies deal to you. But I made a build a couple months ago and it was titled The Build You Didn't Know You Needed. A lot of you loved that. It was an explosive build, and you know that's my forte, alright, because you can do a lot with explosive builds when it comes to hybrids, and the damage they deal is insane, even after it was nerfed after Warlords. Because before, you were able to put explosive damage on every single piece of your gear. Now, not so much. So you have to basically harness all the explosive damage that you can in order to achieve the most amount of damage. So I'll just basically show you how it looks from right here, but if you want a full breakdown of the build, then you can click the link in the video and it'll take you straight there, go through all the details of what to use and how it works. Because when I was playing that master level difficulty, it's the perfect support build. You can take the lead actually with damage because you're able to create areas of denial, and the explosive damage just chunks the enemy, whether you're using an explosive sticky bomb or a shrapnel trap. Whatever explosive skill you want to use is going to be effective. Now, if you want, you can go the DPS route. And this one is insane, all right? It's along the King series of builds, and it's the latest. It's called Imperium. And this is utilizing a skill that is very underused and very underrated, to say the least. It's using the Achilles pulse, wherein you have to aim it in the vicinity of the enemy, and it'll mark. And if you shoot that marked area, it will deal headshot damage to that area. A build that has headshot damage, crit chance, and crit damage. It's insanely powerful. And the reason why it's so good is because it has 6 skill tiers. And the way that the Achilles pulse works is such that the more skill tiers you have, the more marks you will apply on the enemy. So it doesn't really benefit you to use this skill with a DPS build. That being said, it is DPS because the capacitor gives you DPS per skill tier you have equipped. So the synergy in this build is beautiful. I love it to death, and you'll be able to access that with this link as well. As I said, I'm not going to go into great detail about it. You're just going to have to check the builds out for yourself, which will be linked in the description. Now, the final build is pretty much a DPS support crit healer. A lot of you love this, and rightly so. I've always wanted to make a build like this because it's reminiscent of Division 1, where you were able to use those hybrid builds where you can heal and damage at the same time. I don't know how many OGs are watching this video, but do you remember when back in the day you were able to ADS on Division 1 while ADSing, hit the button for heal at the same time? They nerfed it, right? To where it stopped you from shooting so that you can heal, but it was still pretty OP and broken. This build is pretty much a successor to that in a way. It has a lot of crit on it and native damage, and it's a perfect support build for going into Battle of Brooklyn, going into Master difficulty, whatever, because remember, we're also getting close to the point where we have to do the Master level difficulty for the Birdie's Quick Fix exotic backpack. And this exotic is one that so many people are looking forward to. It has like a 50% uptime on revives. And then when you're reviving, it gives you like 50% damage reduction. It also has tons of other benefits. So yeah, this is the backpack you're gonna need. And honestly, the developers have released some really good exotic bags. I'm not going to say that every other exotic is good, like those iron grip gloves are terrible. Some other exotic weapons need to be worked out, but when it comes to the backpack category in the exotic area, it's pretty much been on point. We got the 𝐒𝐻𝐚𝐧𝐧, people like using that. Of course, the Ninja Bike, and then Memento. Birdie's quick fix is just going to be another notch in that area. So these are 3 builds that you can go into Battle of Brooklyn with to help you out no matter what the situation. I'm telling you, I have experience in stuff like this, and of course you do. I mean, how crazy can it be, right? It's just difficulty level. So if you go in there with a prepared build, you should be good. That's pretty much it for this video. I don't know what to expect until the 23rd when it comes to what is all coming in this new DLC. We're all going to see, but I thought I'd just do what I can to help you get prepared. Let me know down in the comment section what builds you're coming in there with, and also tell me what you think about this video. I appreciate you stopping by to the end, and if it helped you out in any way, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next one. Be right out.